Hey, what's going on, guys? This is H2 Soto Killer back here with another commentary. This time it's a commentary on Kill Confirmed, the arcade, and I believe I was using the AK-47 thermal, and yeah, this game was before I got this gun gold, so maybe sooner or later I'll show you where I get a good gameplay with the gold gun. But anyways, was a little bit a while ago, so. This gameplay was from a long time ago actually because I got the AK-47 gold like maybe somewhere in June, late June, somewhere around there. So it's really cool gun. I do recommend this getting gold, and I believe it's just as good as the ACR and the G36 to be quite honest, or the SCAR to be more specific because I believe this gun is very efficient if you use right, and just this gameplay I think proves that this gun can be very efficient with any attachment if used properly. For example, most people tend to gravitate towards the UCR. UCR, that's a college. The ACR, my bad. ACR is college in California, I believe. I'm not sure. Uh, what was I saying? Oh, most people tend to gravitate towards the ACR, which is a much more efficient weapon and overall when it comes to all types or all aspects of the game. Whereas the G36 and the SCAR are more underused due to the fact because a lot of people want to use the best guns and they generally gravitate towards the ACR Type 95, those type of weapons. And a lot of people don't like to use the M16 or the other ones. But what they fail to realize is that these weapons are actually pretty good. Most of the weapons, in fact, in MW3 are very usable. Whereas in Black Ops, there was only the FAMAS and AK-47U, which is very unfortunate. Black Ops was a well-balanced game, but people took advantage of it by using the only two good actual weapons in the game. Although, even though it had the Enfield and the Galil, the FAMAS and AK-47U far outseated those guns. But in this game, you could easily find the traffic you need with the AK-47. For example, the thing about the AK-47, even though you can win most of the fights, let's see, gun on gun, if you run into each other, if most the playstyle you want to adopt in this in the when it comes to using AK-47 is you tend to want what's it called? You tend to want to find traffic that doesn't look at you. And what does that mean exactly? For example, right here, I'm looking straight at the enemy, which you should never do. When it comes to gunfights, you tend to want to find people that are looking away from you, which is very good. So if you tend to flank most people like I do in this game, you see that guy didn't even notice that I was looking at him. You want to find these people like towards around you, not at you, because if you flank most of all your enemies, most of the time you win every single gunfight because that enemy was most likely not gonna be prepared for the gunfight, whereas you are, and you have a much better advantage, and that's where the AK-47 kicks ass, as to say. Because the AK-47 is very powerful gun. I think its damage ranks up above most of the assault rifles in this game, but it was very efficient. Now, when it comes to attachments I'm using in this game, the thermal scope is actually very efficient, even though a lot of people tend to use assassin due to the fact that there's less visible recoil, so it's a lot much easier to aim because you don't have sights in your way. The only thing that's in your way is the actual crosshairs in the thermal scope. Whereas if you use the iron sights, you'll probably have a much more difficult time aiming or looking for enemies. Another thing that you can use if you're using a thermal scope, I highly recommend using silencer because what that does, it reduces the amount of muzzle flash. I'm not sure. Someone can correct me in the comments, but I believe that the AK-47 has a strong muzzle flash. So when you're using the thermal scope, the muzzle flash shows up. I could be wrong, I'm not sure, but also another thing that helps with the thermal scope is the silencer keeps you off the radar. Now what that does is, since you're already at disadvantage using the thermal scope, you want to use the silencer because if you're flanking a lot of enemies, you want to make sure that they don't ever find you. And the one benefit that the silencer offers is if you kill one enemy, you can turn to the next one which is very extremely useful because since you're already off this radar with especially in this class since I have a sense since you're already off the radar, most people won't even look towards direction because it's very unfortunately I'm I do this a lot myself. When I'm playing the game, I never check my mini map for people who have just recently died, which is very bad idea. Use your minimap to your advantage, and you should win most of your gunfights. If you see someone, if you see someone that goes off the radar, like he just disappears in your minimap, that is an immediate red flag for hey, there's someone there. Yeah. And also, I was using the secondary, very useless, usual secondary. I don't even know the name of the secondary, but I was using it to try to rank it up, if that makes any sense. Even though it doesn't have any actual attachments for it, I like to use the launchers because there's some really cool titles for the launchers. Like recently I saw a guy with a I think he got like 2,500 kills with the javelin. I thought that was pretty cool because it's not easy difficult it's not easy weapon to use the javelin, and also if you get EMP'd, the javelin is useless because since it's an electronic device, you once you get EMP'd, you're pretty much screwed. You can't use the what's it called, a javelin. So anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed. This was a relatively longish commentary, but I hope this was very informative and beneficial to you guys. If you guys wanna check out some more of my videos, you could do so in the tab on top, or just go to my channel and check me out. Anything else? Oh, I have a Twitter, and the link is below in my Twitter. So if you want to check out some random comments from me, or just in general like some Mario 3 updates, I tend to comment on them on my Twitter and tell them you guys talk about the updates. So anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed. This was a very entertaining game for me, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I gotta stop saying I hope you guys enjoyed. It's getting very annoying. Later.